It's exceptionally difficult to visualise what Manchester looked like in the 1840s. There was no town planning, houses were built higgledy-piggledy. In fact, they were more like pigsties, and there was a tremendous lot of cellar dwellings, courts, alleys, and where all light was shut out. We must also remember there was a tremendous amount of fog and haze and smoke. So it was a very, very grim picture all the way along the line.
Where Engels' lodgings were in Great Juicy Street, where he lodged with a landlady called Mrs. Tatham, whom he called the Old Witch, was adjacent to some of the worst slums round the cathedral and across the road between Great Juicy Street and the river. And it was there that we think Mary Burns must have escorted him, because we think that had he, a middle-class foreigner, gone, he would have been robbed and probably killed. But Mary, of course, was an Irish girl, and would have been able to cope with the population. Probably had relations among them and so on, and would be able to take him into those areas, just as she certainly must have done in Little Ireland.
We're not absolutely certain where he lodged the first time. The first 2 years he was in Manchester, but we know the second time he did lodge here. So it's sometimes been assumed that this is where he lodged the first time as well. It certainly would have been convenient, because we know that he worked in Southgate, and it would only really be just a brisk walk down 8 Ducey Street to the office.
Okay. So what's the actual address we're on now? This is his second lodging. Which was classed as 70 Great Juicy Street.
It was first numbered 70 and then became 44. It was renumbered during the period he was lodging in it.
Right, so that would have been on the main road, would it?
On the main road. It's definitely Great Juicy Street.
Okay, so it would have been either Salford Van Hire or Strangeways Brewery, really?
I think the brewery more like. I think the Red Office block.
Right.
The brewery. But the fact he says you can see the tower, Strangeways Tower, probably indicates that his room would be at the back of the house.
Which do you think he would have preferred to be in? Salford Van Hire or Strangeways Brewery?
There's one thing absolutely certain, he wouldn't have recognised any of it. I shouldn't think possibly those steps might conceivably have been there at the time, but hardly a brick or a stone left.
Right. This is the area where Conditions of the Working Class is based on, then?
Yeah.
This is one of the places.
Yes.
Of course, there was also the Irish, what was called Irish Town, and all around that part of Strangeways and all around there was a whole number of areas. Ancoats, of course, and Chawton on Medlock.
Yeah, between Cheetham Hill and between Bury Old Road and Bury New Road.
Yeah.
Was
Red Bank, those were all the slums. There was a whole complex of slums. There wasn't just one. There was a whole number of slums.
But this was like one of the worst.
But this was supposed to be one of the very, very worst.
Right. And this is where we are absolutely certain that had Engels come in here on his own, no way would he have got out.